Hello everyone, good afternoon. Today we are going to talk about the roundup of Unit 7, and then we are going to read a short story, Bob and Bassem, the medals, and by this we finish Unit 7. So let's start by the roundup very quickly and then we move on to the story. So in this unit you have practiced these things. احنا تعلمنا بهاي unit 7 in Unit 7 we learned reading headlines and understanding the forms, like the world getting warmer and scientists say. You remember that lesson about the climate change? The world is getting warmer, scientists say, and 16 elephants found dead. Now we also learned about using should and must, that we use should to do something to help poor children in Africa, so we use should to give an advice, and we use must to give orders, if you remember. Now also we have learned how we can make offers by using shall, and then expressing agreement and disagreement, like I agree, I disagree. You remember also that when we agree with someone we use I agree, and when we disagree we say I disagree with. And describing people future, we also took last lesson about may and might, that we use both of them to talk about present and future for possibilities, about something possible, and شيء محتمل. So that's what we discussed in this unit. Of course, listening activities we didn't go through them due to the shortage of the equipment. And now we move on into the story, Bob and Bassem, the medals. So read the story and find answers to these questions. Who was leading the walk in the mountains? Who drove the bus to get help? And who penned the medals on Bob and Bassem? So let's read and then we move on into some new words. One day we went on a mountain walk. Jim Copper was running up the mountain like a goat. Come on guys, faster, faster, he called. Suddenly he slipped and fell. Oh, he screamed, my leg, it's broken. Chuck and Aziz found 2 sticks and tied them to Jim's leg. So they found 2 sticks and tied them to Jim's leg. That's better, said Jim, but I cannot move. 2 of you will have to go to the nearest farm and send a message. Can any of you drive? I can, said Bassem. I drove a tractor on my uncle's farm. Bassem and I went back to the bus. I found the nearest town on the map and gave directions. After an hour, we saw some houses. Stop at the first one, I said. A young man opened the door. Can you help us? Asked Bassem. There's been an accident. We have to send a message to Southport. It's urgent. In a very short time, a rescue helicopter arrived. The pilot was Dick Bird. Climb in, he shouted, and look out for your friends. If you see them, shout. Look out for your friends. If you see them, shout. Okay, shouted Bassem. They both had to shout because there was a lot of noise in the helicopter. 5 minutes later, I saw them. Over there, this time I shouted. Chuck, Paul, Hans and Aziz were waving arms and jackets like flags in the wind. We landed. Chuck and Hans tried to pick Jim up. No, said Dick. You must not move him. Not like that. You never know, it might be a serious injury, or it might be serious. We will make a stretcher. So we will make a stretcher. Very carefully, Bassem and I lifted Jim to our stretcher. It was made from 2 pieces of wood and 3 sweaters. We carried him to the helicopter. Then we got in. I've been on the radio to Southport Hospital, said Dick. They know we are coming. We left Jim at the hospital, and a friend of Dick's drove us back to the camp. Bob, Bassem, somebody shouted. It was Rod Border. He was running towards us. What have we done now? I asked Bassem. Well done, said Rod. You were fantastic. You are going to get a medal, both of you. The WYC medal. The next day, everybody cheered as Rod Border bent on Bassem's medal. Thank you, Rod, said Bassem, smiling. Then Rod pinned on my medal. He pressed too hard. Ouch! I screamed. I thought it was the ants again. I ran. Ants, ants, I shouted as I jumped into the pool. Pop, said Basim, laughing. It was only this. He was holding up the pen of the medal. Oh no, I said, why me? Why do these things always happen to me? And that's it for the story. I mean, I don't think it's like a funny story at all, but it's already mentioned in your book, so let's just go back through the same some vocabularies and let's see. First of all, who was leading the walk into the mountain? One day we went on the mountain walk. Jim Copper was running up the mountain like a goat. So I think, and I suppose that is Jim Copper here because he was running in the front of them, so he was leading. Who drove the bus to get help? Basim drove the bus to get help. Basim and the other one, yeah, I think Basim and I went. I can say Basim. I drove tractor my Basim and I went. Who bent the medals from Bob? The last guy who bent the medals is Rod. Now we go back to the meaning. Sticks. Chuck and Aziz found 2 sticks. Stick بمعنى, as we can say here, it's basically الأعواد أو يعني الخشب أو الأعواد أو القضيب الخشبي. So Chuck and Aziz found 2 sticks and tried them to Jim's leg. بما انه كسرت رجله فجابوا له عودين خشب وثبتوا رجله بالعودين وربطوها until they called for rescue. Like قطعة خشب طويلة, long wooden piece, you can say. Alright, next. Tractor is very nice. Tractor is a very interesting machinery and vehicle. Tractor is le tractor, heavy machine. Sorry for that. Heavy machine used in farms. Alright, now that's for tractor. Urgent, very important, extremely important, as we said. Rescue, safe, or to say rescue helicopter, save helicopter, انقاذ, مروحية انقاذ. Look out. Look out بمعنى be careful, but here and look out for reference بمعنى search. Look for. Look out here بمعنى look for أو بمعنى search, انظر, لأنه هنا بهليكوبتر فهي told them to look for, search for your friends from above. Okay. Now next here we have serious. Serious also very important, as we said. بمعنى جاد, إصابة جادة. Stretcher. You know stretcher, when someone goes to hospital they carry him or her on that stretcher. النقالة. We used to carry injured people. This is the stretcher. Fantastic is very interesting. And last but not least, penned. penned بمعنى لما احط له ميدالية, كيف لما يحط الوسام, اي شخص يضع الوسام على صدر شخص اخر, بس عملية من عملية الدبابيس, يعني بعملية وضع الميدالية, putting the medal on chest using a pen. Okay, so basically this is what we are talking about here. Let me change the colors of these words. Stick, tractor, urgent, rescue, look out, serious, stretcher, fantastic, pen, and that's it. Alright, that's it for the story for today, and see you next time with a new unit and a new lesson about writing techniques. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Goodbye.